Hi, I'm with Dani again, and today we're going to show you how to achieve 3 speedy updos that will only take you 5 minutes each. So first of all, we're going to show you how to do a low knot. This is one of the favourites in the fashion crowd, and it's also really easy to achieve. You can achieve it with straight or curly hair. And the best thing is that you don't want it too perfect, which is why it will only take you 5 minutes. So first of all, we're going to start on top, and what you need to do is add a little bit of volume just to even out your crown. So what I would start with is a little bit of back combing, so just get a hold of a section and roughly push your comb down. If your hair is the type that is actually going to drop or it's fine, then I would advise you to put a little bit of hairspray just over the top so it will hold longer. Just do a few more layers. Again, you don't have to be too perfect about this, just grab it and go. And do a little bit around the back. And then onto the other side. Now grab the hair back with your bobble at the ready. Now, one thing that is nice about this hairstyle is when it's not too perfect. So first of all, you want to start by just pulling a few random bits out, like they've just fallen out naturally. It's up to you really how many. I just think a little bit just so they look soft. This is what also makes it look a little bit more fashiony rather than too done. Now you want to do the top. With this again, you need a bit of texture. You don't want it too smooth, or again it can just look a little bit too old for your ears. So just rough your fingers through it a little bit, and don't worry if it's a little bit frizzy. I think it looks great. Again, it's what will keep it modern. And then if you do feel that you need a little bit more root, you can always just get your tail comb and just pick it up a little bit. You can see it just creates a really nice shape at the back of the head. Now grab your bobble. Place it around there as many times as you can to get it quite firm, so there's no chance of it coming undone. Now this is where you might think, oh, I've got a few loops, or it looks a little bit too messy. I really wouldn't worry about it. Next, we're going to wrap the hair around the bobble, one so it hides it, and two so it looks a little bit messy. So again, if your hair is on the finer side, Dani's isn't, but I'm going to show you, just pick up a little section and just tease the hair a bit, doing a bit of rough back combing, because you can see there it's already increased in volume. This will also help when you put the curby grips in stick, because sometimes if your hair is very silky, then they will just flick out quite easily. Next, we want to wrap the hair around the bobble so that it covers it, and also so it creates this nice messy knot. Again, you don't have to worry about it being too perfect. And actually, if bits fall out, that's great. I think it makes it look more interesting and more relaxed. Can you pass me a grip, Dani? Mm-hmm. Once you've done this, you just pin them into the rest of the hair, and this is where they'll hold. Probably need, I'd say, between 6 and 10, depending on how heavy your hair is and how much it needs to secure it. Thank you. And that's that stage from the side. Now if you want to turn around, Dani. So this is where you can see the little bits that were pulled out, how important they are. This is what keeps it nice, relaxed and modern. Next we're going to do a messy loop, so if you want to turn around for me, Dani. So with this, you start off on the basis that it's like a low ponytail again, but first of all, You want to make the top nice and messy and create any volume that would suit your head shape. So you want to add a little bit of back combing, remembering that if you do need it to hold a little bit more, if your hair's fine or silky, then just add a little bit of hairspray. Again, not too perfect, just do it roughly. Next, you want to pull the hair back into your nice low ponytail. So it starts off very similar to the low knot. But with this, you want to leave a little bit more hair out around the hairline. And these bits will be nice. You can either have them loose or we can tuck them behind your ear. So with your bobble at the ready, you want to wrap it around the hair twice. On the third time, this is where we make the difference. You just want to loop the hair through. And this is where you can pull out some little bits so it looks nice and casual. Now I actually don't mind the bobble, but if the bobble does offend you, what you can do is loosen some of the hair. And then you can use this to wrap around the bobble so it conceals it. And then all you need to do is secure it with a curvy grip. And there's the look complete. So all we need to do is we turn you around, Dani, for the final. I actually like some of these when they're tucked behind the ear a bit, because I just think it frames the face better. But you'll know yourself which is the best thing to do, whether you need to pull it away or keep it in front. So the next quick updo is going to be a mid ponytail at the crown of the head here. So how you're going to achieve this is there's going to be no bits, but what you do have to get right is find out what suits your head shape. With Dani, she actually suits a lot of volume around the top of her head, her crown, but actually this looks better when it's tighter. So now I'm going to show you how to achieve it. So like I said, Dani needs some height around the top of her crown. So this is where we'll concentrate on the back combing. So just do about 3 layers. Now some of you may suit it all the way back, which is really nice when you put lots of texture in it, which I will show you shortly. So I'm going to start off by pulling the hair quite tight around the side of Dani's ears. So this is what suits her shape. Now it is quite soft, Dani's hair, so if you're struggling getting control, what you can do is just put a little bit of coat of hairspray on. Next, where you need the actual volume, use a tail comb in and you just lift the hair up. That way it makes it really easy. Now while you're doing this, in between, to add texture, just rough it up a little bit with your fingers. This is again what keeps it modern. Now if you don't have a side parting like Dani, then all you need to do is sweep the hair back and you're just going to use the same technique, which is just slightly roughing it up with your fingers. Same situation, whereas I'm going slightly downwards, you'll just go all the way back. And just on the final bit before you put your bobble in, you just need to make sure where the ponytail is going to suit you most. Usually when you're doing this, it should be directly across from your eye level. So I'm just going to lift it up a little bit more to make sure Dani's got the right amount of volume. She does suit quite a bit. Now you can go again and add the volume afterwards. A lot of people get worried about how it's looping and looking a little bit messy, but I can't stress enough that actually that is what's going to keep it looking modern. Now, if you would like to conceal the bobble, the best way to do this is grab a section of hair from underneath, back comb it slightly because this will just help the curby grip stick into it, and then wrap it round. And then all you need to do is secure it with a curby grip. You can also rough up the ponytail a little bit so it looks a little bit more textured. You can do this either with your fingers or with a comb. Just tease it gently. This works great on curly or straight hair. And if you'd like to turn around, Dani.